ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. Football Insights. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, you press the post notification bell. Follow us on all our social media platform, on IG, on TikTok, on Facebook, on X. Follow us. The links are in the description, so make sure you go and follow us there. Graphics are also flowing, so make sure you go and check us out on the various socials. I posted on my community that there is big games happening on Monday. So the weekend review is going to be posted on Tuesday. Today is Tuesday afternoon. I am here to give you the weekend games review. Big games happen during the weekend. Some big games, and then some controversies will be a bit controversial today. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled. Watch other videos from this channel. This is your weekend games review. Let's get straight into the video. So we are starting straight from Bundesliga. Bayer Leverkusen won by 5-0 against Bochum. Bochum had a early red card by Bochum, and then Bayer Leverkusen are even looking for the chance to paste you. So you getting a red card is a plus for Bayer Leverkusen. They are going to paste you very, very well. So 50 games unbeaten for Bayer Leverkusen. Very brilliant season. I have told you, Xabi Alonso deserves the coach of the season. UEFA coach of the season, FIFA coach of the season. He deserves every fucking coach of the season this particular season. Every award, every individual award or coaching award that they will do in Europe, around the world, Xabi Alonso deserves that. He has done really well. 50 games unbeaten is not easy. A club like Bayer Leverkusen getting some low budget players, and then he's able to perform like this. Bro, big shout outs to him. Victor Boniface, the Boniface man, scored Patrick Schick. Amin Adli also scored Stances, also scored the Bayern Munich player. I don't know whether he will come back to Bayern Munich, but let's see. Grimaldo, my guy, also scored. Bayern Munich also won by 2-0 against Wolfsburg. A very young player also scored for Bayern Munich. He had his debut with Bayern Munich, so he scored for Bayern Munich. Basically their second team because the season is over. Leon Goretzka also scored for Bayern Munich 2-0 against Wolfsburg. There has been reports about that Leon Goretzka will not go to the Euros this particular year or this particular summer. I think of course Julian Nagelsmann is taking some harsh decisions. He's taking some big harsh decisions. Even Matt Hummels is not even going to the Euros according to reports. All the squad will come out this particular Thursday, but let's see. But Bayern Munich won by 2-0. Dortmund also lost by 3-0 against Mainz 05. There has been reports that this particular game looks like a fixed game. Lille scored 2 goals, but looks like this game is a fixed game. Allegedly, let me say it that way before someone come and prosecute me. Allegedly, it looks like a fixed game because you know why? Mainz 05 are in a relegation battle. And when I get to the table, I will make you understand the reason why I am saying this game allegedly looks like a fixed game, because the football Dortmund played, I didn't understand the football that they were playing. A team like Dortmund, and look at the display. Bro, important players also played in that particular Dortmund game, but when you look at the football they were playing, it looks like a fixed game. But then they lost 3-0. They really scored bad. They worried a lot of boys this particular weekend, but then Dortmund lost 3-0 against Mainz 05. Of course, we cannot talk about all the games in the Bundesliga. We don't have much time. But then Leverkusen, 87 points, runaway league leaders. They have won the league already. Bayern Munich second, 72 points, and then we have Stuttgart. What a team! They have done really well. Stuttgart. They are going to the Champions League, so we'll see what happens in the Champions League with Stuttgart. Let's see. Of course, RB Leipzig is also here sitting fourth, and then Borussia Dortmund is also here sitting fifth. They have qualified for the Champions League because of the performance of the German teams this particular season. They have earned another slot for themselves. So very good for German football. When you come down here to the relegation battle, we have Darmstadt. 1998 are also here. They have been relegated already. Cologne is here, and then Union Berlin here, sitting 16th, but they will play a playoff, with their Bundesliga too. So that is what they have a playoff that they organize there. St. Pauli is coming into the Bundesliga next season, so watch out for St. Pauli. So big shout out to them, St. Pauli. They are coming, but then Mainz 05 here, 32 points as against Union Berlin 30 points. That is why, or that is how I feel that this particular game allegedly is a fixed game. So that is what actually happened in the Bundesliga. Let's move straight into Ligue 1, Le Championnat. We'll talk small about Le Championnat, the Blue Bad Boys. Our small boys, our junior team, our second team, affiliated team in France. Strasbourg won by 2-0, and then there is one gem there. André Santos, what a gem! André Santos scored a very brilliant goal, a very top header for Strasbourg to secure a 3 points for Strasbourg. Strasbourg won by 2-0. André Santos, remember the name, André Santos, a gem from Vasco da Gama to Chelsea. He's now playing on loan at Strasbourg. So we'll see going into next season. We'll see what decision Chelsea will take. But André Santos, a prospect, big prospect from Brazil to Chelsea, and now he is now at Strasbourg. So he scored for Strasbourg. Our boys, they won by 2-1. PSG also lost against Toulouse. They lost against Toulouse. PSG lost against Toulouse. Toulouse won a game against PSG. That was a bad though. But Toulouse won 3-1 against PSG. Kylian Mbappe scored. That was his farewell. So he scored against Toulouse very early in the game, on the 8th minutes. But then they lost. That wasn't a very good farewell for Kylian Mbappe. But then they have still won the league though. They have won the league. They are the runaway league winners. This particular game caused problems for the tipsters. It caused a whole lot of problems for the tipsters. But then they lost. But still they have won the league though. So really good games in the French Ligue 1, Le Championnat. Let's move straight into the Premier League. That is where all the controversies are. I will be a bit controversial here, but then in the English Premier League, Manchester City won by 4-0 against Fulham. Big performance by Manchester City. Josko Gvardiol scored 2 goals for Manchester City. They won by 4-0. So the Fulham boys were flying kites. They were flying kites at the end of their training grounds. Andrew Pereira came and then replied that it was after training. But let's see. They pasted them 4-0. They are on a course to win the competition. They will be playing against Tottenham Hotspur today. A midweek game Tuesday today. So let's see what happens. But big results for Manchester City during the weekend. Tottenham Hotspur also won by 2-1 against Burnley. Mickey van de Ven. What a top goal by Mickey van de Ven. The Van de Ven boy. I believe in this guy so much. He's a very top centre back. Mickey van de Ven scored a very brilliant goal. He scored a striker's goal though. He scored a striker's goal. When you look at the technique, that was a striker's goal by Mickey van de Ven. Pedro Porro also scored a very brilliant goal for Tottenham Hotspur this particular match in the weekend. As you can see on the screen, Vincent Kompany has done this. Vincent Kompany, let me tell you, you are coaching Burnley and then you are playing like a middle table team or a top table team. You don't play like that. A surviving team like Burnley, you don't play those kind of football. Go and ask Sondice how he was able to maintain Burnley in the league for so long. Go and ask him. A team like Burnley, which you are fighting for relegation, you don't play a middle table team football. You don't play a top team table football. You don't do that. The ball Vincent Kompany is playing with Burnley, they are playing like a middle table team. They are playing like a top team in the Premier League. You are not a top team in the Premier League. Play some low block, find a result, and go. Now you have been relegated into the Championship. It is going to be very difficult for you. But let's see what happens in next season. But Tottenham Hotspur won by 2-1 against Burnley. Chelsea also won by 3-2 against Nottingham Forest. Willy Bowley scored a very top header. Callum Hudson-Odoi, the Hudson-Odoi scored and then he celebrated. I don't see that as a celebration. I of course I will be very happy. I am always happy for Callum Hudson-Odoi. I am not pissed about his celebration. Of course I'm very happy for him. But then he also scored against Chelsea. Mudryk scored a very brilliant goal, and then that was a top assist by Cole Palmer. Sterling came in, instant impact. What a goal by Sterling. A very killer by Sterling in the 80th minute. Nicholas Jackson scored a very brilliant header. That was a free header for Nicholas Jackson. So he was shit in the game, but then he still stole 3 points for Chelsea this particular match. I have told you, the remaining games for Chelsea is a final. Every game is a final for Chelsea. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Chelsea will be playing against Brighton. It's a final for Chelsea. In the last minute or in the weekend, this particular weekend, Chelsea will be playing against Bournemouth. It is the final for Chelsea. So Chelsea's games is our final for Chelsea. Ray James, what a player! Ray James is quality. Bro. Ray James is quality. For a player who has been out for about 5 months with injury, he came in 11 minutes and look at the impact. Bro, that was a top assist by Ray James, and then Caicedo, bro. The media is not talking about Caicedo anymore. At least, if the person is flopping, if the person is not performing well, and then you are talking, when the person is performing well, talk and let's see. But no one is talking about Caicedo. The media has kept quiet about Caicedo. They are looking for a stinker by Caicedo so that they can talk. So the media has kept quiet about Caicedo because he is performing brilliantly for Chelsea in the latter part of the season. So my boy, Caicedo, continue on playing. Tomorrow we have a game against Brighton. Cook them. I know you can cook them. Chawobia, Caicedo, Chawobia in the middle. So that was what actually happened in the Chelsea game. But then we have a controversial argument that we have to do. We'll talk about that when we get there. When we get to the Manchester United game, we'll talk about that. But Kopama goals involvement, 31 goals involvement. Oluwakesi has now moved to 32 goals involvement because he made an assist, a very top assist yesterday against Liverpool. So we will get there. But Manchester United against Arsenal, the big game of the week, the big game. Let me be honest. Manchester United were brilliant. I will not say brilliant. Brilliant is too good. But then they were dominant in the game against Arsenal. They took the game to Arsenal. They performed really well. They didn't take their chances. Arsenal basically took their chances, scored. An assist by Kai Havertz, Trossard converted, and then that was a goal. And then from that 20th minute, United took the game to Arsenal. They took the game to Arsenal. They performed really, really well, but then they deserved a point. Honestly, they really deserved a point on the weekend. That was on Sunday. They deserved a point, but then they couldn't take their chances very well. Someone might, make a case that Bruno Fernandes was unavailable, a whole lot of issues, but Garnacho wasted a whole lot of chances. He wasted all the chances for Manchester United. But then there is one guy we have to talk about, Rasmus Højlund. As you can see him on the screen, Rasmus Højlund. He had 12 touches in the first half, only 5 touches in the second half for Manchester United. The game has changed. As a striker, you have to move from your comfort zone. You don't stay at one position. You should be able to move from your comfort zone. Rasmus Højlund is not willing to move from his comfort zone. If you are a striker, you should be modern day striker. You can see Nicolas Jackson moving from his comfort zone. Harry Kane moving from his comfort zone. Even Oluwakesi moving from his comfort zone, operating from the wings. Julian Alvarez. Look at all these strikers. They are all moving. Even Darwin Núñez, the Zuku boy. They are all moving. Rasmus Højlund is not ready to move. Hence why he had only 5 touches in the second half. Only 5 touches in the second half. So I will say it again. Nicolas Jackson has been better than Rasmus Højlund this particular season. The metrics, the stats are there for you to see. These are the stats. He has been better than Rasmus Højlund this particular season. But then Rasmus Højlund should change his game, or else he might lose his position going into next season in Manchester United. Trust me, I'm saying this here today. You will see in the summer. So let's see what happens. But Arsenal, their defenders, their center pair, we should talk about them. William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, top center backs pairing. 37 games for Arsenal and then 18 clean sheets. Very, 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 very championship winning defense by Arsenal. Championship winning defense by Arsenal. So William Saliba, top performance by William Saliba. So that is what happened in the Manchester United game. Aston Villa also drew against Liverpool in the Monday Night Football game. Duran scored 2 goals. Brace, he came in I think 12 minutes and 11 minutes, and then he scored 2 goals for Aston Villa. He secured a point for Aston Villa. The fight for the European spots, the Champions League, the Europa League Conference League spot is on. The fight for the title, the big one, is also on. The fight for relegation is also on in the EPL. Big game coming up. Big games coming up this midweek and then on the weekend. Big games coming. But then Liverpool drew 3-3. Cody Gakpo scored. Kosa also scored for Liverpool, and then there was an own goal by Martinez. Also, he scored an own goal. Martinez scored an own goal. Duran scored 2 goals, and then Yuri Telemans, and that assist from Oli Watkins. This is a modern day striker. When you look at where he took the ball and then the assist he provided for Yuri Telemann, this is a modern day striker. This is a modern day striker. So big shout out to Oli Watkins. These are his stats. As you can see here, 19 goals, 13 assists for a striker, 32 goals involvement for Oli Watkins. For me, he is the player of the season. For me, but then he will not win it because he plays for Aston Villa. So he will never win it. How many fans are in Aston Villa? So these are the fight for the Europa League, or for the fight for the Europe spot. You can see here Aston Villa, Tottenham, Newcastle, Chelsea, United, they are all fighting for the European spot here. So ladies and gentlemen, that is what happened in the EPL. Let's move straight into the La Liga. Some of the games that happened in the La Liga. Girona drew 2-2 against Deportivo Alaves, of course, Mallorca 1-0 against Las Palmas. Villarreal also won 3 goals to 2 against Sevilla. Sevilla, that game. I will not talk. Real Madrid won by 4 goals to 0. They have already celebrated the trophy. So I will not talk about Real Madrid so much. They have already celebrated the trophy. Athletic Club 2-2 against Osasuna. Getafe, can you believe Getafe? What these guys did to me. Getafe lost against Cadiz over the weekend. Atletico Madrid also won 1 goal to 0 against Celta Vigo. Real Betis also won 3 goals to 2 against UD Almeria. Barcelona won on Monday night against Real Sociedad 2 goals to 0. Raphinha, you should respect Raphinha. The one thing I like about him is his long range shot. He was shooting after shooting from Raphinha. He has, I think, 12 goals and 12 goals and 10 assists, or 10 goals and 12 assists, either of them. So it is 22 goals involvement for Barcelona this particular season. Respect Raphinha, bro. Respect Raphinha. They are not appreciating his effort. Lamine Yamal scored a top goal, and that was a top assist by Ike Gundogan. Big game player by Ike Gundogan. Top player, Ike Gundogan. So Lamine Yamal had the MVP, top performance by Lamine Yamal. So that is what happened in the La Liga over the weekend. As you can see, Real Madrid ran away league leaders. Barcelona sitting second, 76 points. Real Madrid 90 points, ran away league leaders. Atletico Madrid here, Girona is also having 75 points. Atletico Madrid sitting fourth, and then we have Athletic Club. When you come down here, UD Almeria, Granada, and then Cadiz are also relegated here. Let's move to the Serie A. In the Serie A, a lot of games also happen. Inter Milan, the runaway league, this 5 goals to 0 against Frosinone. Bologna won against Napoli. I don't know what is wrong with Napoli, but Bologna is coming into the Champions League next season. We will see what they will do. AC Milan pasted Cagliari 5 goals to 1. Lazio won by 2 goals to 0 against Empoli. Genoa also won 2 goals to 1 against Sassuolo. We have Torino winning against Hellas Verona 2 goals to 1. Salernitana drew against Juventus. Juventus wasted a lot of slips this particular weekend. AS Roma, Charles de Ketelaere, what a player. He scored 2 goals for Atalanta. So Atalanta are building very, very top form going into the Europa final. In the Europa final that will be happening, between them and then Bayer Leverkusen. Let's see what happens. But AS Roma lost 2 goals to 1 against Atalanta. Lecce lost against Udine 2 goals to 0, and then Fiorentina also won 2 goals to 1 against AC Monza. Let's quickly check out their table. Inter Milan, the runaway league leaders, they have 92 points. AC Milan 74 points. Bologna 67. We have Juventus 67. Atalanta 63. So they are all fighting for the Champions League, because mind you, Serie A also have 5 slots because of their performance. So they have 5 slots in the Champions League next season. Salernitana, Sassuolo, and Empoli are fighting for relegation battle. We will see what happens here. Frosinone is also part in the relegation battle. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what happened over the weekend in the top 5 European leagues. Midweek games are coming, especially in the Premier League. So we'll see what happens. But make sure you click on the subscribe button. You press on the post notification bell. Follow us on our social media platform. This is Football Insights. Make sure you take care of yourself very well. Thank you so much for your time, and peace.